Let's go! The sports medicine experts from physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital are excited to support another year of Trinity Valley Community College athletics. Achieve better health, better performance, and better results. We're focused on excellence every day for patients, athletes, and Cardinals.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cardinal Cast, a weekly program originating from our beautiful campus here at Athens, Texas. If you want information how you can become a Cardinal, check out our website at tvcc.edu. Now, let's sit back and enjoy Cardinal Cast with our president, Jason Morrison.
We are live on the Cast. It's an absolutely beautiful day on the campus at Trinity Valley Community College. Actually, today you kind of feel a little bit of fall starting to creep into the air, a little cooler than it has been. We're not quite there yet to fall. We still got 17 more days before the start of fall. 21st, 22nd, something like that. But little cooler temperatures. But it's been an amazing first 2 weeks on the campus with the start of school and the start of our athletic programs. We've had a lot of success. The volleyball just got back from a kind of a round robin down in Blinn where they went 4-0, coming off of a very successful 3-2 trip to Fort Myers, Florida. I'm a little partial to Fort Myers, Florida. I love that place. But they're getting ready for their first home game, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We have some of our student athletes. We're going to be talking about home at the Valley, I guess, weekend. We have our first home soccer game, who's come off on a road trip where they dropped a heartbreaker, crushing heartbreaker. The coach is in the room, so I'm going to just... a heartbreaker against Hutchinson, which is a really strong program out of Kansas. Then we bounced back and got a victory against Barton. So we're 1-1 on the season. Get ready to enter our first home game for soccer, first home game for volleyball, and our first semi-home game for the football team, who came off of a good victory up in Independence, Kansas. We'll be traveling to Palestine, which is really still, it's a home game because Palestine is part of our service area. We're taking the Cardinal Roadshow a little south, 30 minutes south, to play at Wildcat Stadium this weekend at 6 o'clock. But before we get to our wonderful students who might possibly be slightly nervous, I don't know how they're nervous. These are high-level professional athletes. And they're telling me they're nervous. I just don't understand that. We need to remind our listening audience, our viewing audience, listening audience out there, the mission of Trinity Valley Community College. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Shady, Coach. Transforming lives through affordable and accessible education. We keep it plain and simple. And one way we transform lives is through our student athletes. They come to the Valley and start their education and start their athletic careers here, and then it opens so many opportunities for them at the next level. And we're excited to have these student athletes with us because, guys, I want you to, I told y'all this the other day when we met at the auditorium, to be a college athlete is something special. You're part of a small percentage of people across this country that you have the skill set, both on the field and academically, to compete at this level. That is something that you all need to pat yourselves on the back about and hold your head high, because you're part of a very few across this country that get to participate in a activity, a sport that they love at the college level, and you get to do it at the Valley, which is an even elevated level of participation. And today we have soccer, we have the amazing Cardettes, and football. And I've been told I got to make it easy for the football guy so he gets reps Saturday. No, we're going to start. We have Olivia, Addison, and Jamichael in the house. Olivia, let's start with you. Tell our audience out there where you're from, what sports you play, what's your major, a little bit about yourself, and what position.
I'm Olivia. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm majoring in business, and I play forward for the soccer team.
Okay. Anything else about you? Are you a Cornhusker fan? I mean, I thought all people in Nebraska had to be Cornhusker fan.
Yeah, like I kind of have to, but like I'm not really because they're not.
Oh, but you better not tell them that in Nebraska. They may not let you back. Because that's one thing when I lived in Nebraska for that time is it is go Big Red. And they show out and turn out for the Cornhuskers, and I think they finally got a good coach in place. But I think it's going to bring them back to their glory days. And I have to say, one of the cool things was getting to meet Tom Osborne. That man, his wealth of knowledge and just what he shares about leadership. I was privileged to have an opportunity to meet Tom Osborne. All right, tell us about yourself.
My name is Addison, and I'm from McKinney, Texas, and I'm majoring in psychology, and I'm a Cardette officer.
All right. Tell us about the Cardettes, the internationally famous Cardettes.
Well, right now we're in our football season, and then later in the spring we'll do basketball and some soccer and volleyball games as well. And then we have our Showgirls, which is an elite group of the Cardettes that you have to try out for. And then we compete at nationals, and then we have our spring show to end the year off.
And with the Cardettes, your numbers have increased this year to about 45, 46 young ladies. So
yes,
it's going to be amazing to see y'all take the field and cover the whole field. And we appreciate what Coach Cox is doing and establishing the new glory days of the Cardettes and what they mean and what they bring to the environment. And I imagine y'all will be there Friday cheering on the volleyball and soccer. Y'all do a wonderful job and help support the other programs as well when you're not necessarily on the sideline or in the stands. All right, Jamichael, tell us about yourself. Where are you from, what you're studying, and what position you play, and talk about that first game we had.
My name is Jamichael. I'm from Orange, Texas. I play wide receiver here at Trinity Valley, and I'm a very cool guy to hang out with.
This is not a dating show. I mean, good try though. I'm a cool guy. I like sushi. I like going to the movies.
I like sushi.
I'm trying to help you out, man.
Okay.
My name is Jamichael. I like long walks on the beach. I like listening to music and hanging out.
Pretty much.
Tell us about that first weekend up there in Hutch. I mean, that's you go through spring camp, you go through the summer workouts, you get into fall camp, then you have to travel 7 hours and let's go play ball. I mean, how do you get up for that kind of game, that first game of the year, and how'd you do?
I got up I had confidence, but I was a little nervous because it's my first college game. I did all right. I had a 25-yard kickoff return, but I fell on the turf. I tripped over the turf. I don't know how I did that, but yeah.
Well, they needed to spread their pellets around on that turf. I ain't gonna lie. That thing hadn't been spread in a while.
It was all crumbled together.
It was, all on the sidelines. I spent the first, you might have saw me when y'all were warming up. I picked up handfuls of rocks out of the end zone.
Rocks?
Yeah, there were little rocks throughout the end zone. I was just walking through the end zone picking up rocks. But now y'all did great. We're gearing up, and this is going to be kind of special for us this weekend. Our first home game. It's the first time since I've been told 1992 that we played in Palestine. So kind of talk about gearing up for that game against a good Monroe team out of New York.
I feel like we're going to do good because, the day before yesterday, we was practicing on Palestine. So, we just trying to, get on the field, get ready for it, field the field, and all that. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be a tough matchup.
And some people think, why do you need to get all fields are the same? No, you want to kind of get out there and get the feel of it and kind of know where you're at and kind of see where the sun angles and things like that, especially as a returner. I know there was a few kicks and punts that they had to be tough staring up into the sun there.
It was.
You got people bearing down on you, and you're like...
Luckily, I caught them.
Well, good job. Well, as a student, we'll talk more about the athletic side of it, but as a student, Olivia, how the first 2 weeks, and how's the adjustment moving in from Omaha, Nebraska down here to Athens, Texas?
It's been pretty good. School's pretty easy. It kind of feels a little similar to high school with the class sizes and teachers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then with everything being online, it's also super easy because the soccer team was gone for the first week of school. So catching up was really easy because we just,
I know. I saw a lot of instructors like, I just want to see what their faces look like.
yeah.
It's the first week of school. Good,
Yeah.
good scheduling there, Coach. I'm just picking on Coach, but no, I mean, but the thing is that with everyone I talked to, they were super excited that y'all were out there starting a season. They were just excited about getting to meet all, because we have a lot of new faces, and the team had a lot of success last year. I mean, unfortunately, what that means, there's a lot of pressure now coming into this year. You know, with the success last year, and of course with the enormous reputation of our coach and his success, not to give him the big head over there, but with his success and his history, there is a lot of expectations for this upcoming season. How do you as a player kind of take that in and get focused and grounded to go out there and play? Or you just go out and play?
Yeah, I kind of just go out and play. I mean, I think
You don't let the moment get too big for you.
No.
So, well, you know, talking about classes and everything, have you made a lot of new friends being on campus and everything? I mean, because y'all been gone that first week, so.
Yeah, I haven't really had a
got
talk to anyone in my class. Kind of just been like the soccer team.
All right, Addison, what about you? How's the first 2 weeks going for you? How's classes? How's practices? I know you are out there working hard.
Yes, sir.
And you spend time on the soccer field. You've been out there on the football field working hard and making sure everybody's in the same step.
Yes.
How are things going for you this first couple weeks?
It's going really well, and I'm enjoying getting back in the flow of like school and then going to practice every day.
And what about the newbies? And you got a large new freshman class, the 65th line coming in. So how, you know, being you're kind of someone they look up to, how's that going?
It's going really well. I really like this class, and it's nice to have a new sisterhood to come in.
And I think that's something that the Cardettes do an amazing job, is building that connection, and as your numbers grow and so forth, it is really a lot of leadership values that are instilled in those young ladies, and the way they carry themselves. But you know, really, if you think about for all of our student athletes, I think our coaches do a wonderful job, you know, making sure the students first and the athlete is right there. I say 1A, 1B, but making sure that we're representing ourselves in the best manner. Jamichael, as you get ready, how's the first 2 weeks been for you as a student? How's classes going? Do I need to put a good word in for you with anybody or anything like that?
Class is going good. I kind of already got used to it in the summer. Waking up, working out, go to class, then working out again. So yeah, class has been going good.
All right. What you look at what this weekend as we get ready to kick off? What kind of some personal goals have you set for yourself this Saturday?
I want to score my first touchdown.
On a return?
On a return, or catch the ball as a receiver.
Okay. We got one thing I would say, we do have a pretty deep receiving core, do we not? We have a lot of talent and a lot of speed and size.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to definitely play in our favor as we get into the season and so forth. It's going to be hard for opponents to kind of, who are they going to match up against? Because we have so much that we can kind of put in those schemes and so forth. What do you think is one thing that from week one to this week that you think that the team has made some improvements on to get ready for this first home game?
We got more like in shape with running, because people was tired the first game. I don't know why, but they was tired.
I think that temperature
was
change. A week out there and it was kind of cool. It started raining, and then all of a sudden,
sun out. Boom. The sun is out.
It's like it got steamy. So, but we only had a couple cramping and things like that. But you feel like we're going to be a little bit better game shape.
Game shape, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Guys, what would you like to say as a student athlete, someone that people really look up to, a lot of young children look up to you guys when they see you out doing the things you do? What are the things you kind of hold your head high and you're proud about having that kind of status as a student athlete? And it's a free fall for whoever wants to try this one. They're going to you, Addison. I can already tell. They're going to you. You have the most experience here. Kind of.
Yes. Well,
how does that make you feel when when you see these young people kind of they see you in your uniforms and everything, and they're seeing what they're doing. They're picturing themselves where you are one day.
Well, especially with dance, not a lot of girls continue after high school, so it's really special, especially to do it at a junior college where sisterhood is so important, and that's what I love about Cardettes is the sisterhood and the traditions that has been going on for 65 years. And I just love like being that cheerleader for like all the younger kids and looking up and just like wanting to be like them.
Yeah. Michael? Or Olivia?
Definitely take a lot of like pride in being a student athlete because it's definitely hard, just trying to balance everything. But it's like nice to be a role model to other people and like just show other people like what it is like to be a student athlete.
I mean, the thing is, people don't take into account, I mean, to participate at the level that y'all participate. And the one thing we got to end the stigma, this is not just junior college. You know, people will say, oh, it's just junior college. No. These young people are some of the top athletes in their sports and activities that they participate in, and the level of talent. I think people do not realize the jump it is from high school to college, and what it takes to be successful, because it's a lot of 6 o'clock morning workouts. It's hitting the weight rooms. It's hitting study hall. It's going to class. It's the extra workouts that you get in when no one's watching, just so because you want to get better, and the extra reps, or for like the Cardettes, it's in their dorm rooms doing the dance moves, and everybody below them going, "What's good?" What's going on, because they're up there practicing their dance moves and so forth in Cardinal Hall. It takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of high expectations. And so I say thank you for what you do, because it's not easy being in your positions as student athletes. Unfortunately, you get held to higher standards and different standards, and when you're also just trying to be a student. You just so happen to play or participate in the activity, so you have my appreciation for what you guys do. What else? What would you like to share to students that are thinking about going to college, just maybe as a student, but then as a student athlete? What do you think the Valley has to offer for them? Don't be shy, folks. Y'all are kind of shy. I mean, Addison, you can talk. I mean, the success last year the Cardette Showgirls have, I think that you kind of hit on that. We've been talking about the Cardettes, but then the other aspect of the Cardettes is the Cardette Showgirls. Mm-hmm. It's that selected group of young ladies that get to go to Orlando, Florida and compete in a college classic, which we just happened to sweep our categories last year, but we don't want to brag about it. Of course, that was last year. We're going to be looking for 9 and 10 this year. But that next level, there's one thing about being a Cardette, but then if you jump and elevate to the Cardette Showgirl, what's that like?
It's definitely very different from like traditional football season, which is what like Texas Drill Team is about. And especially here at the Valley, it's a great introduction to like being a D1 athlete at like a university, because that's what most like D1 dance teams do. They compete, and so it's a really good introduction and very different from traditional.
I mean, because you put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and the opportunities after that to sign 4-year offers to dance scholarships. And the 2 years I've been here, I've seen a lot of our young ladies move on to North Texas, Texas Women, and other dance schools, mm-hmm. and stuff like that, and compete at the next level. Jamichael, I mean, obviously you're here. You got an intent to make it to the next level. Kind of what's some goals that you're working on to ensure that next opportunity comes? Hey, get the classwork done, right? That's always the important thing.
Student, athlete. Student, grades come first. Athlete second. Because what?
Oh, I was going to
you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I was going to add in, talk about how the portal changes your process of going to the next level, because it's
better.
It's changed everything.
Yeah, it's changed everything. You could come here, play 2 years, and you could go to a D1 college and play 4 years. Like when you come here, you use no eligibility.
As the eligibility rules change and all that gets finalized, yes, it's going to open up so many. I was talking to somebody. I remember seeing the other day the stat about the youngest starting quarterback in the state of Tennessee is actually at the Tennessee Titans. He's like 2 months younger than the starting quarterback at a 4-year, but he's like the youngest starting quarterback in the state of Tennessee for D1 and the pro team. It shows you there's some age.
It's big age differences.
Some age on some of these teams that these kids. I think he's the kid's like 22 starting at Tennessee, and there's 23-year-olds and stuff like that playing Division One because the portal has changed everything and so forth. But is there anywhere you kind of eyeing, or you just recruiting's kind of open for you right now?
Well, it's open for me, but my dream school is Oregon.
Okay. That my wife's a big Oregon fan because she likes the uniforms.
Me too.
She always, says, "What's the Ducks wearing tonight?" Because they have. And of course, I call Maria, Coach Wynn on softball, the Oregon Ducks of softball, because she breaks out every uniform combination you can imagine. But yes, my wife's a big Oregon fan because of the uniforms. Livy, what about you? As you participate this year, are you a sophomore? Is you transferring, or are you a freshman?
Freshman.
Freshman. So you got another year with us. Yeah. Kind of what are some goals that you're working towards?
I'd definitely like to go on and continue playing after this. Mm-hmm. But like my main focus is like the team and like winning games now and getting to the national tournament and focusing on like the recruitment stuff later on.
Mm-hmm. And of course you got the big match at 5. Is it 5:30 with start time this Friday tomorrow? Mm-hmm. And you're playing against
LSU.
LSU Eunice. All right, that should be a good matchup coming in. LSU Eunice has some very strong programs. Baseball, softball have had a lot of history of success. Soccer's been pouring it on. So kind of how what are you kind of looking forward to that match and so forth? Yeah, I know Coach has probably got the game plan, even though he told me he wasn't going to talk anymore during the matches. Isn't that right, Coach? Kind of what's your approach to that game? Kind of what are you going to be focused on? What's kind of their strengths?
I don't know a ton about them yet. I think these last couple of weeks, like, we've been coming together a lot as a team, so just like continue focusing on working together and like playing how we know to play.
How long does it take to get that chemistry together? You get people coming from all over different places, put on one field, and you're expected to anticipate where everybody's going and moving, and how does someone kick the ball, and kind of what kind of they put on the ball and so forth. How long does it take to kind of gel like that?
I think kind of it took like our preseason because we had some scrimmages and we saw like it was a little rocky, but then these last games, like, we've definitely come together a lot more and like been able to get like better team chemistry and like know everybody's abilities and strengths and like how to play with each other.
Okay, good deal. And of course the Cardette, it's all about precision, being on the same beat. If not, you're going to do it over and over and over and over.
Yes, sir.
So kind of, talk about gearing up, because I know there's going to be a lot of nerves for the freshmen as they enter, and you can talk about last year, that first home game and entering the field and getting ready. Kind of about how do you get ready for that moment?
Well, we definitely practice outside a lot because it's really important to get the feel of the football field, especially dancing in boots. It's very different from dancing on Marley with like regular turners. Mm-hmm. So just practicing that and like the spacing for everything. Last year I was a freshman, and that's definitely one of my like favorite memories as a Cardette is performing Deep in the Heart, mm-hmm. our traditional entrance for the first time, and it was just so special, and I'm excited to do it this first home game because I'll be an officer, or I am an officer this year, and so I get to do officer strut for the first time, and that's really exciting.
Hey, your cousin just gave you a shout out.
Raya.
Yeah, Raya. Winbush.
Oh, Rashaniqua. Oh.
She says, "I love you, cousin."
Love you too, cousin.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up here. Anything else? Anybody you want to say hi to? I mean, anybody you want to give a shout out to? And
shout out to Rashaniqua Winbush for. I didn't even tell her to come, but she just came. I don't know how she knew. I don't know how she knew.
Man, don't you understand? This is the #1 show in Henderson County on a Thursday at noon, originating from a college campus. #1.
#1.
Anybody you want to shout out to? McKinney?
Yes, I want to shout out my friends and family back home. So I hope y'all can make it to the game this weekend.
Okay. Anybody in Nebraska you want to give a shout out to?
No, I don't think.
You don't want to shout out Go Cornhuskers this weekend? No one? All right. You're going to get a phone call. You didn't say hi to me or something. Because thousands of people watch this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's big time. Isn't that right, Jorge?
Yeah.
I mean, he is the executive producer. All right, guys. Hey, once again, I want to reiterate, thank you for being a student athlete at Trinity Valley Community College. It means a lot to this institution on how you carry yourself and you conduct your business and how you represent the college, and what you mean for us as an institution right now, and the legacy that you leave is what's going to carry this institution into the future, and always be proud, when you look back in the day that you were a Cardinal. So everybody come out to Cardinal Gym tomorrow at 2 for volleyball action. First home game for Coach Patty in her first year. Then followed up after that ball game, we'll be taking the pitch and going down to the pit for our soccer action against LSU Eunice. And then Saturday, it all goes down south to Palestine at Wildcat Stadium at 6 o'clock. And when we take on Monroe out of New York for some football action. So hope to see everyone there and cheering on the Cardinals this weekend. And we'll see you next weekend with who, Shady?
We're going to have Beef Cattle Show Team, esports, softball, and rodeo.
Oh, okay, we got Beef Cattle Show Team, rodeo, softball, and esports next week. And esports getting new digs. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting for them. So we'll see you next week.
Let's go! The sports medicine experts from physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital are excited to support another year of Trinity Valley Community College athletics. Achieve better health, better performance, and better results. We're focused on excellence every day for patients, athletes, and Cardinals.